Welcome back to DTF Tech Gurus. What we're doing is we've got the side of the X5 dryer opened up. We're just going to go through everything real quick and do component explanation so everybody knows what's what. This big round motor right here, that is your powder shaker, powder flapper. The next one here is the suction roller drive motor. And you can see like these are the motors, but these are the gearboxes attached to them. So powder shaker, suction roller, and then this one here is for your actual dryer belt. All three of them really easy to get to, super easy to replace. I have a spare of each one of these on hand because if any one of those goes down, you're totally dead in the water. This is your interlock, so it's tied all the power, including the bulbs, so the 240 power, all of it tied into the emergency stop. And then you've got circuit board number 1, number 2, and a tiny little one for number 3. They're breaking all of these circuit boards up because there is so much power. So you've got 6 bulbs on the top, 4 bulbs on the bottom, and if you are running the other 2, believe it or not, you've got a bulb underneath the powder auger, or I'm sorry, the powder reservoir on top, which I've disconnected mine, and you also have, close that, you also have a bulb on the guide plate, the infeed. So all 3 of these circuit boards are a potential point of failure, especially knowing some of them are pushing 240 volt power through them. Again, I have a spare of every single one of these boards because if you lose one, at least a bank of bulbs is going to go down. And because they're daisy chaining all the power, I would be willing to bet nothing works when one of these drops, especially your main circuit board there. Right here, we have the 24 volt power supply. And that's kind of doing some heavy lifting here. It's the interface, it's the sensors, and they're tying all of that into the circuit board. So all 3 of your motors are 24 volts. All of your sensors, your interface, all that is 24. You can see they're tying it to the 24 volt power bridge, and then they distribute that power throughout the machine. And this little guy right here causes a lot of problems. First of all, you need to make sure it's running. If it's not, these power supplies and boards overheat and you're going to start blowing them. So not only do you need to have that running, you also need to make sure you're maintaining this because it's drawing all the dust and lint from your outside shop air or, atmospheric air in the shop, which is full of lint, and it's probably packing a bunch in here. So just like your computer, just like the back of the X5 machine itself, where all the power supplies are, that needs to be blown out and kept really, really clean. If not, I sure hope you have parts in stock. So I hope this explanation helps. Let's just take another quick look here, as long as we're doing this. What we have here is the film take-up system, which these guys do not run. Plugs into this Canon plug right here. You have the tension dancer bar, so proper film feeding would come out, go in front of the suction plate, behind this guide bar, underneath the dancer bar, and then you come over to the take-up reels and you roll it up. They just have a table behind here and they cut as they go. So that's not a bad setup. Let's finish this off. It's powered off, but your control screen, your emergency stop, your main power button, powder auger. Let's come over to the other side. Somebody's been doing some printing. Really cool on this one, the built-in filtration system. So you just pull that plug and this swings open. You have access to your filter system. And then down there, you can see the gated ball valve drain. So this down here is actually a reservoir for all the extra glycol that it's going to pull out of the system here. Set this down real quick. Interestingly enough, this is the suction port. So that's where the suction is generated from the motor. That's right behind that little door. And then what happens is it goes through, you can see a portion of this hose. It's actually drawing from the very top of your dryer where all your fumes and your moisture and your glycol is. So it comes into the top. It goes down through the hose. It goes down through the foam filter, then the charcoal filter, then the reservoir, and then back in and out. So like the air is filtered, but it does filter it and then shoot it back into just the open air. So really, really like this. So nice compared to compared to the last filter systems that we've been living with for a few years. So general maintenance on this is just wipe it down, keep it clean. Not bad. They've got a little bit of glycol on the rails here, but the belt is clean, the bulbs are clean. This is a forgotten point of maintenance, and if you let it slip, your dryer is going to go down pretty hard. So keep these things clean and keep some spare parts on hand.